I wanted to go to this ramen place and I arrived here late thinking that it would be too full, but there were actually places available and I panicked when I stood in front of the machine trying to pick what I wanted. I got the most basic ramen and it was kind of okay, you know, just mid. And later I was gonna go and do a little bit of shopping around in the area once again in Harajuku. This has turned easily into my favorite spot. And look at these freaking earrings. The detailing is insane. Like, oh my goodness, the strawberries and the mochi and the drinks. There was also some kind of rock band, Japanese rock band pop-up store thing. I don't know, but it was kind of dead. So when I got out of that mall, I saw this group of like American kids who were just standing around, and a lot of the girls were wearing jean shorts, really short shorts, and tank tops, and you know, just like chilling, whatever. This like old man was taking photos of these girls in shorts, like these American girls, I think. So weird. And I was like, is he part of the squad? Because there were quite a few people. It wasn't like a family, it looked like a school. None of them seemed to be paying attention to him or see him, but I remember like all the bystanders, it's just like regular people, were also taking note of him because he was so like strange, you know. He looked like he was trying to take the photos like super fast and just be gone, because when I turned around later to look again at him, he was gone. I don't know, dude, it was definitely a little sketchy. Why gintoki is everywhere recently. So I'm walking down Takeshita Main Street and it's a world's difference. First of all, I could say it's borderline dead, but I'm looking at all these Blue Lock posters and I'm like, wow, the promotion is strong. I remember the first time I walked past this store, I was like, what is this about? What is this store selling? For what are all these costumes for? I know they're not cheap either. But I'm walking and I come across this beauty. It's a Blue Lock pop-up store again. And they were selling stuff without reservation, which was really cool. I lined up. It was 800 yen for one of these drinks, and I got the kiwi one, the Isagi one, and it was so freaking cute. Like, they had a photo station as well. Like, it was such a small place, but it was so cute. And then I went shopping for jewelry. Like, Harajuku is the place. Everything's so affordable here. When I stop at any traffic light or anywhere in Tokyo, I'm overwhelmed by the Otani adverts everywhere. No matter what place, what thing, what sportswear or brand, it's always gonna be this guy. It's the exact same in Korea with Son Heung-min or Sunny. Recognize this, you're an OG K-pop stan. I feel like I've walked around everywhere in Harajuku, but this store has been really like avoiding me. There's something so cool about it, and I bet it's even cooler at night with all the neon lights. Imagine if we still wore Victorian dresses. I would both be really excited and probably would die of heat stroke in the first day. I thought I was gonna walk to this one cafe in Shinjuku called Koi's Espresso Club, which is actually run by Korean people apparently. Yeah, no, maybe another time. It's too far. These are all the things that I got from Harajuku. I don't do well under pressure, so initially I got only this, but they were like, we've got socks, do you want socks? And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. They were on discount. If you got 3 it was like 1,000, and I was like, yeah, okay, like since I'm here, whatever. They were like, it's only in Harajuku, and I was like, okay, I get it. Finally, I also found a place that sold bracelets. Every jewelry place loves to just sell necklace and rings and earrings, no bracelets. I don't know why. And you guys know, maybe some of you have noticed, but I religiously have worn bracelets on my hands, and I finally found a place and I got this. I got this from another store in Omotesando actually, so around Harajuku. Thought it was really cool. It looks like a mahjong piece as well. I think it is. I got these two as well. I don't know, this one, I thought it was just really, really cute. It's a little hamster that's wearing like an orange hat, I think. I'm just looking to make my bag really, really heavy, you know, with keychains and all kinds of stupid stuff hanging around from it. You know, it's actually so funny because they give you like this lottery system with the cards. Like the girl at the desk hands you a card like this, whoever you get, whatever. When I was trying to choose what drink I wanted to get, I was like, let me pick like my favorite character, I guess, not just based on the look of the drink. For once in my life, I want to just pick the character that I want. And I was like thinking, and even for the cards, I was like, you know, whoever she gives me, I don't think I have like genuinely a favorite character from Blue Lock. I don't mind getting anyone, even fucking what's his name, Baru or whatever his name was. Like, I didn't care if I even got him. I was just happy that I got to witness and get into an event for once. It was so freaking fun for no reason, you know? And I wish we had events like that, but let's be so freaking for real, no one's gonna show up to them. Like, people are gonna be like, what the hell is that? People barely show up to these, to be honest. Like, if I go around, like, walk into a mall, there's always gonna be a pop-up event for something, and it's always dead. Always. Like, no matter what it is, There's gonna be people on the first like opening day, and then however long it's gonna go on for, because it's a pop-up, it's gonna be there for like maximum a week. The rest of the days tend to be pretty dead. So imagine this kind of thing in Europe. It's like no one's gonna show up. Are you kidding? Like there's gonna be 2 people. They're gonna be really happy, but other than that. In Luxembourg, we have wisteria growing in our garden, and my mom was like, you know, if there's a place that has wisteria, now's probably the time to go in Tokyo. And I was like, you know what? There actually is. I found the closest place in Tokyo. It's called Kamaido Tenjin Shrine. Side note, I don't know what they're feeding these bushes, but goddamn. So I traveled an hour to get there. It's near Sumida. And just like sakura trees, you either see wisteria on time or you miss them completely. I got here late, and I was actually lucky that I even got to see some to begin with, because there was a lot that were already blooming away. Should have gone yesterday. I'm waiting at the traffic light here, about to go into the shrine, and this old man falls, and this younger woman trips over him, and she tumbles, dude. She does like 2 cartwheels, and I'm like, what happened, girl? Everyone around was like, oh my god, like panicking. Don't worry though, they were okay. If anyone's gonna go to this place, there's food stalls here, by the way, so totally take advantage of that. But look, you can already catch a glimpse of the wisteria, and it was very, very beautiful. Ours is a little lighter, so I was kind of glad that this one was very purple. Not super purple like in Demon Slayer, but you know, close enough. Turtles were obviously everywhere. Look at this little one on top of mama. Mostly local people were actually here. This place isn't like hugely advertised or anything, and there was quite a few people with really massive cameras, like really big lens and everything. These turtles to me look like they were drowning. I don't know why. So many different kinds too. Look, an occasional koi fish would make an appearance as well, but not too much. The turtles were the main act of the show. Random ducks here and there as well. Well, this was pretty much the only one I saw, actually. I like that they had different photo zones, so it wasn't like too congested in specific areas, because there were areas where there was a lot of wisteria and it was really, really bright, and then others where it was kind of fading. And naturally, of course, people gravitate towards the spaces where there was a lot more flowers. But overall, it's evenly spread out. You know, I could catch quite a bit of them still. I didn't film this, but there were a few sections where there was like a bridge. Not this kind. It was like going way up. So you could see the wisteria from above, but it kind of defeats the purpose because you want to see it from below. Because from above, you just see greenery, like here. You want to take the photos, you know, below that. But look at the freaking bees. They were massive, and so were their wings. A lot of them too. So if you're freakish about this kind of insect, I recommend to stay away maybe. I'm walking around randomly and I come across this like secondhand, what looks like just a random toy store, but turns out to be like a secondhand everything store, really. Games, anime stuff, Disney. And I see this Denji and I'm like, I'm getting this. But then I get further into the store and I see a lot of other figurines and I'm like, oh god, super freaking cheap. And I bought other ones and I had to leave Denji behind, unfortunately. He was a little too big. I didn't know if I could squeeze him in my luggage, but I regret him now. I feel like stores like Surugaya, for example, in the city center definitely bump up their prices a little more. Whereas this one, if you come here, they're so affordable, like really freaking cheap. If you get it without the box, it's even cheaper. But I got Hatsune Miku instead. Sorry, Denji, but I've known her way longer than you. And then I went to this cafe called Trois, like the number 3, and the staff were so nice. Oh my goodness, like they were the cutest people ever. Please come here. I'm regretting the Denji so bad, but if I were to go back to that place, actually the chances of someone like having bought it are pretty low, because that place is like in the middle of freaking nowhere. No one goes through there. I cannot fit him in my luggage. There's no way. Even if I was to leave the box, the 2 Hatsune Mikus are enough. Like, I don't even think I can fit them, let alone Denji. And I know Denji is like pretty big. The box was freaking large. Like, I think he's about this size. Damn, she's heavy too. What the? Oh my, like I've never handled figurines before in my entire life. I only ever see them on display. And when you get to see it outside of the box, it's even more convincing, because I'm like, okay, I'm not paying for garbage paintwork and, you know, something that looks flimsy. But I want to keep the box for this in case I want to resell it, but there's no way. There's no way. The only thing I can do is squash the box. It's a sin coming back from Japan as an anime fan without a single, like, either figurine or something from one of those stores. You're just missing out. And what's the point? Like, if you're an anime fan, you're not gonna get these items cheaper anywhere else, so why not? Moment of truth, y'all. Oh wait, I don't need to rip it apart. Oh my god. I'll show a better video, but she's so pretty. I always gotta look Like, I get it, you know, I have to see if they have panties on, and yep, she does. There's not a single thing that's like out of place paint-wise, which I obsessed with, you know? Because sometimes I feel like it's a bargain with certain figurines. Like, I saw a Gojo one and I was like, okay, if I buy this, it's a little too cheap. Like, you gotta have a bit of a threshold cheapness level. And I know that when I'm gonna open it, the eyes are gonna be wonky, the hair is gonna be weird, his face isn't gonna look the way it's supposed to. I have nothing to complain about. I forgot to show the other one, but this was the one I got. I need to stay away from these stores because they're pretty loaded with Hatsune Miku figures, unfortunately, for me.